Hey there! So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the FS module on React to access system files. So let's get to it. So this took me months to figure out, and I found that this module here, Prevail, actually works to access system files. So just to show you it's working, I made a click me button right here. So right down here in the HTML, I just made a click me button, and right now I have it to output test. So I go click me, it gives me tests. So the first thing you need to do is you need to import Prevail, and it's a apparently the where it's from. What's from? Well, you have to first of all you have to npm this first. So let me show you where I got it. Let's go here, not there. Npm Prevail. So we're on here. Babel-plugin-preval. Paste. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. Babel plug in Prevail right here. So you would install this npm onto your React project. You just go into the terminal and you install this. And after you install this, then you can call it up here in the imports. And so once you have that done, then essentially, and let's just uncomment this. And I have this try catch there for a reason. I'll show you why in a second. So here, let's just cancel this. Let's just get rid of this here. So we're going to try to access a file on your computer, and I called it books.txt here. So I'm going to be trying to read it. So the syntax, the way it goes is you make a variable. You can call the variable anything you want. The example that they gave me was greetings, and this is here is a backtick. So you use a backtick, and then basically you write your code here, and you write down module exports, and whatever module exports equals, it goes into the greeting variable. That's why over here down here I have greeting console.log greeting, and so it's gonna try to read this file here, books.txt, and it's trying to read it from the root directory of this project. So if you look here in the root directory of this project. I have a bunch of stuff here, but down here on the very bottom, I have here books, and you can put anything. This file is located in the root directory. Okay, let's do that. And so let's look in the root directory, and over here I have that. Let me just close this. If I hit click me, and you have to use a file read file sync, and let's clear this. Still, oh yes, let me save it, and there we go. So now it's reading this file located in root directory. However, here's the weird part. Um, if you try to read something that's not there, um, it's basically gonna give you an error, but you cannot. It won't like try and catch would not make a difference. So see right here, I have a try and catch here. So let's say this is that file's not there. Go down here, books. Let's just delete this. So it's not here, and I have a try catch here, and let's see the catch to do. Let me just close that. Let's have a console log, cons log, and then type in error. Oops. See, it doesn't see. Oh, here it automatically gives me an error. So so when you use this, when you use this statement, make sure that that the file exists, because right away it reads on it like basically on load up, it tries to read this on load up. And I think it does is I think it makes a separate server, and then it tries to read that file from a separate server. So right now, every time I save this, it gives me that error, and I can close it, but it still works though. So that's the issue there. You can also use Prevail, the FS module with write, so you can actually write to a file. So let's let's go over here back. Let's just make that file again back in the root directory. And do again books.txt, and in books I'm just gonna write down another test, and let's close this, and let's go to test here, and let's stamp this out, and let's take a look here. So here I'm trying to write, it's writing to the it's writing. Oh yeah, if you want to use variables, so yeah, so this is basically I'm writing to a variable. So let's over here is type in let x equals, this is another 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 test, and so I'm basically writing the books here. I'm writing to books.txt. And do you know, I don't know if you guys noticed, but look at this quote. I put a quotation mark out on the outside, and the inside I had like the dollar sign and the curly braces. So notice that notation. Apparently that's necessary for this to work. So let me just run this. Let's close this. So I clicked on it, and now let's take a look at the books here, books.txt. Here it is. This is another test. So that's writing to Prevail, and yeah. So there are a couple other things that you can use. Let me just close this. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? We are going to make another button. Let's go down here and let's make another button. Just copy that, copy, paste, and let's probably separate by br. And how about another br? There we go. Click me. As it's called this click me too. And up here, let's call it click handle click me too. And let's make this handler on top. I'm just gonna copy this here, const click me too, and we're gonna copy all of this, the same thing. I'm just gonna change it up a bit. Prevail, and instead we are gonna be using something a bit different. So first thing to do, let's make this into a variable. Let's go let y equals Prevail right there, and we are going to use the absolute path just to see if it works. Let's paste that in. Let's delete this. So here I put in the absolute path. So I'm using fs to see if the file exists, and I'm putting here the absolute path, and this is where my the books is located, and we'll see if that works. And let's console log that. console.log, and then I think we called it y in this case. And see here, true, the file does exist. Now if I delete it, books, delete, and I click it and I save it again, and I click it, should be, well, it should be true. Let me reload this. Oh, here, did I delete something? I didn't, oh, no, it's still here. Hope I didn't delete something. No, let's delete this. Apps. Why is that there? There we go. Pretty sure I got rid of all of them. True. Let's reload it because I think it has to be freshly reloaded. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it works. Yeah, so it is a bit buggy. So I did it right again here. I have books.txt and it's not here in the file. There's nowhere to be seen in the files. And if you click on here, it says false because it doesn't exist. However, if I make it exist, if I go down here and make the file books, hold on. This is not the source file, books.txt. And I click on here, it's false. I think I clicked in the source files. Let me delete this. I have to make it in the, this is the root file. Books.txt. There, test. Let's save that. And so it does exist now. And let me just close this. Reload this. False. Anyways, take my word for it. It's right now it's acting a bit buggy, so it does work. Okay. Next off, let's take a look at something. Okay, let's stamp this out. Let's make another hand click me. So let's close this. And let's make another one. Copy. And let's call this click me 3. And call it click me 3. And I guess we gotta make it. So we're up here. Underneath here, we're gonna do const handle click me 3. And we're gonna use require resolve. We're gonna do the exact same thing as we did over here, or just gonna write here. Or I think it works for reading. I'm not quite sure if it works for I'm unsure if it works for anything else except for reading. Just paste that. Let's uncomment this. Let's get rid of the try and catch. That's just gonna confuse you. Yeah. So it's gonna over here. I'm gonna call this first. Here I'm gonna call this require resolve, and inside here I'm gonna make a file called test.txt, and then like that. And what this will do is what I'm gonna do here is in this current directory. This is the file. This is the test file. This is where I am currently at, and I have a test file here. And this file is like this is called test.txt. And so basically, I'm gonna try to read from here. So all it does is just change the path where you're reading from. Before you're reading from the root directory, now I'm reading the current directory of this file. So let's save that. And yeah, let's close this and clear all that. So this is test.txt. Anyhow, that's all I want to talk about. And yeah, yeah.